Hello there and welcome to episode 13 of my Money Glitch Road to Glory. I really hope you enjoyed this video. The first game we've got to play in this episode is against Bolton, and we're going to sim it, and we do win it 1-0, but Tillemans gets himself injured in this game, but luckily it is only for 7 days, so he's only going to miss the next game, which unfortunately is quite a big one. It's our FA Cup tie against QPR. It's the semi-finals, so it is at Wembley. And it doesn't start off too great for us, with QPR picking the ball up on the wing, playing it around a bit, getting it into the middle of the park with Leroy Fair, who unleashes one, which Blackman is able to stop, but he pats it straight out into the feet of a lurking Sandro, who slots it away, making it 1-0 in the 6th minute. We could be in for a long game here. However, we are able to reply pretty much straight away, with James getting on the end of a chip through ball. The keeper saves it, and then Berahino is there on the rebound to head one into the open net. We're actually then able to take the lead as James shrugs off a challenge. It comes down to Berahino, who shoots. The keeper pats out again. He's clearly not the best, and Gnabry just keeps it in with a drilled cross back to James, who side foots it just past the keeper, making it 2-1 with only 16 minutes played. The game has turned around pretty quickly. We then create another great chance with Zelalem playing the ball through to Lelegat, who's able to turn and then finds Zelalem again on the edge of the box, who tries a side-footed pass into the bottom right-hand corner, but his shot is just wide. QPR then come back at us with Hoylett, who runs down wide, gets just into the box and crosses, and Phillips' header hits the crossbar, but rebounds back to him nicely, who's then able to head it into the open net and celebrates pretty mentally. Unfortunately, QPR then take the lead after taking on pretty much our entire team, and Tarap is sent through. Blackman comes out, and then Tarap just finishes at home and then celebrates with a nice little knee slide. Obviously, with it now being 3-2, we needed to push, and we get this corner where Zelalem is found in a lot of space, and he finishes it nice and easily, making the game 3-3. It's QPR's turn then to have a corner, but we're able to clear it just about, and we get the ball to Pozo, who just come on, so he's got fresh legs, and he starts this attack off by sprinting. We get the ball to Chalobah, who passes it back to the sprinting Pozo, who manages to shrug off a strength challenge from Chalker, and Chalker then brings him down as he gets ahead of him in the box, and the referee gives a penalty in the 90th minute. It's 3-3. The pressure is on us and Gnabry. Can we score it? Of course we can. He slots it away to the right and celebrates absolutely amazingly, as we have just pretty much sealed this game 4-3 against QPR in the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley. Pretty crazy, and the Peterborough fans look excited, and so do the players. We're going to the final, boys. What a result, what a game, absolutely crazy, and it does end 3-4. We're so happy with that. It's absolutely amazing. We've actually just beaten QPR 4-3 in the FA Cup semi-finals. I mean, 4-3 is just a ridiculous result. And we then find out that we've got Newcastle in the final, as they beat Liverpool on penalties, so we are looking forward to that game. And we also received 765,000 from the board for reaching the final, which isn't too bad. In the run up to the final, we've got a couple of league games left, and we sim this game against Blackburn at home, and we beat them 2-0. We then have Leicester City away, and they are second in the league, and if we win this game, then we will be crowned champions of the league. As you can see, there's only 4 games remaining, and they are 10 points behind, so we'd have to drop a lot of points to throw this away. But 3 points in this game would seal it up here and now. We break through straight away, getting the ball through to James, who just sprints through, and the Leicester City keeper comes out, but we just take it around him and finish it into the back of an empty net. 1-0 up 30 minutes in, and we celebrate because we know exactly what that goal could mean. We almost had a second just before the half, as this long ball into the box is controlled perfectly by Berahino, who turns in to shoot, but his shot is blocked. We do then grab a second as Gnabry steals the ball off their player in the box, and he tries to shoot, but it's blocked. It comes to James, who tries to header but misses it, and is then able to pass it into the box underneath the keeper from the edge of the box. The game does then end 2-0, and that does actually seal up the league for us. We are now the winners of the championship this season, with 3 games left remaining, which is pretty awesome. And we're on 99 points with 3 games remaining. Hopefully we can breach that 100-point gap. We are going to sim the rest of the games, and we're going to play a weaker team as well to rest them for this FA Cup final that's coming up. So the first team is Nottingham Forest at home, and we beat them 2-1. And then we have Burnley away, and we do lose that game 4-0 unfortunately. But like I say, we were playing a weaker team. And then our final game of the season is at home to Cardiff, and we sim that as well, and we draw that 1-1. That ends the season with us of course on top still with 103 points, and Leicester City in second, 13 points behind with 90. So overall a pretty awesome season, and we look forward to being in the Prem next year. But now on to probably the most important game we have this season, and that is the FA Cup final against Newcastle. The team we've got out are pretty strong. The only player missing is Scuffet, as we have got Zivkovic back, who's still a little rusty as he hasn't played and still has an injury problem, but we're going to risk him for this game as it is of course a final. We almost get a lucky break at the start when Zivkovic is running down wide, cuts into the box, shoots, it's deflected, it comes out, and then Berahino is almost able to put it into the back of an empty net. Newcastle then tried to pass the ball around at the back, missing it somehow, it comes through and Zivkovic once again strikes it on the volley. The keeper saves it, and then they nearly put it into their own net, but they just keep it out off the line. Newcastle are coming forward pretty well, they're into our box, they cut one back and then they just slot one home. Unfortunately we are 1-0 down 20 minutes into the FA Cup final. That's obviously not great, but it was a well worked goal from Newcastle. They keep ramping up the pressure, coming through again, passing it around. We tried to slide them out but we're unable to. They break into the box and they hit the post after beating Blackburn, who had absolutely no chance with that from such close range. For some reason, all the games we've been able to get penalties somehow. I'm not sure, but this game was absolutely no different as we passed the ball in and then we tried to control it and they just slide us from behind in the penalty area and the referee gives us a penalty. And it's Berahino who steps up, and this time we take our time and we do slot it away, scoring this one and making the game 1-1. We are back in it and Berahino is very, very happy about that, and so are the rest of the team it seems. Newcastle continue their dominant performance in the game and show that they are the better side, but once again breaking through our defence and this time getting the shot away and hitting the post again after beating Blackman, who had absolutely no chance at stopping that from close range, but we do clear it eventually. It's then 1-1 after 90 minutes and our team are a little bit knackered, but it does mean we've got to go through to extra time. Newcastle have a lot of the ball in extra time, but we do manage to pinch it back from them at the back and we're straight through on goal because of it. We take it round the keeper and we're able to slot it into an empty net, and we celebrate because this literally does mean that we have gone and won the FA Cup, as surely there's no way that we will concede with such little time left in the game. And to make things worse, as Berahino is trying to waste time in their penalty area, they bring us down and give us another penalty. The game's 2-1 and we've got a penalty, so if we slot it away, it'll make it 3-1, and then surely there's no way Newcastle can get themselves back into this with only about 7 minutes left in the game. So Berahino once again steps up for us. He scored one earlier in the game. Can he do it again? The pressure is on, as if he scores this, it does surely mean that we have won the FA Cup. It's fully in the green and he does slot it away perfectly to the left hand corner, and that pretty much seals up this game for us. 3-1 against Newcastle in the FA Cup final. What a crazy game, what a crazy result to top off a perfect season. It does end 3-1. As you can see there, we are champions of the FA Cup and we also won the league. Could we ask for much more from the team this season? I don't really think so. We also got $1.5 million for winning that, so that will come in very, very handy next season when we're trying to buy some new players. To keep that money for next season, we do then go and use our money glitch and give all of the money to Duggan, who we will sell next season to redeem that. And before we go through to the next season, I thought we'd just have a quick little run through of the team. So we still have Scuffet in goal, 71 rated. He's obviously really young still and we only just brought him, and he's been injured most of the season, but we're pretty happy with him at the moment. We then have Hector Bellerin at right back, 70 rated. He joined us in the low 60s, so he's improved massively since he's been with us, so we're pleased with him as well. Lascelles is 76 rated and still in form, and that's not too bad, but that will be a player we're probably going to look to replace maybe next season or the season afterwards. Kurt Zuma is our best rated player in the team at 79. I think he joined us at about 74 rated. So he's jumped up about 5 in a season and a half, which is really, really good. And like I say, he probably is our best player and he's probably going to stay with us for quite a lot of this series. We then have Nathan Ike at left back, 70 rated, another player that's been with us for a long time. And he's not too bad, but we probably will be looking to replace him as well, as he's not the quickest and he's also not the strongest. We then have Chalobah at central defensive midfield, 75 rated. He joined us at 71 rated less than a season ago, so he's improved massively, but he's another player that we'll probably be looking to sell and improve in that position. As next season being in the Premier League, that's going to be a very important position, and we're going to need a top class player to play there. Gnabry is our right midfielder, 76 rated, he's in form as well. He's pretty quick, but we're probably going to try and find a player with a bit more flair and probably even more pace, and someone who can score a wider range of goals, hopefully. I was also on the left, 73 rated and in form as well. He's got unbelievable pace, but he doesn't have the best overall stats in terms of passing and shooting, but he does make up with it for his pace, but that's another position we'll be looking to strengthen. Yuri Tielemans is our centre attacking midfielder, and this is the one you guys wanted me to sign really badly. He's 77 rated and in form, and he is absolutely awesome. We only signed him 6 months ago, and he is just absolutely awesome, so he will definitely be in the starting lineup next season, and we won't be selling him for anything. Zivkovic is our right striker, 71 rated. Obviously he was injured for quite a while, but he is just top class. He scores goals for fun, and he's just really enjoyable to play with. He's big, strong and quick. What more can you ask for from a forward? And then Berahino is our other striker, 77 rated. So much pace, and his finishing is just absolutely outstanding, so we absolutely love him. And then we really do need to bring in quite a few players next season, as our bench is looking pretty weak. These are the only 4 players on our bench that could maybe even fight to get into our first team. Zelalem 70 rated, James 69 rated, Pozo 69 and Leleget 61 rated. So make sure you leave all of your suggestions in the comments below for players I should buy now that we're going into the Premiership. We're going to have about 10 million to spend, and I will use the free player glitch on maybe 1 or 2 players. So let me know what you want me to do about that. And yeah, any players that you think will improve that team and also be Premier League quality that are relatively cheap that we can maybe get for 2 or 3 million just to improve our squad as a whole, as we're going to have a lot more games to play as well. But that does bring the season to an end, and the board are extremely happy with our season, and why wouldn't they be? As our target was to avoid relegation, and we went on to win the whole bloody league. And we also win the Manager of the Season award, which is just nice. I think we've won that both seasons now, so that's awesome. That does bring us to the end of the season and also this episode. So yeah, obviously the next episode will be us starting off in the Prem, and it will be the summer transfer window, and that's probably going to be the most important one for the club and the series. So make sure you are commenting any players you want to see me buy. I've still got all the players from the last time we did that in my shortlist, so we will still be trying to buy those players as well. But just any new ones that you thought of, or any ones from the first time around that I didn't sign that you really want me to sign and you think will improve the team. So yeah, make sure you are doing that. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please give it a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss a video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you at the next episode. Bye.